Hello and welcome. You're watching WION's Climate Tracker. I'm Kaur Saroya, and here's what we have lined up for you on the show today. Our top focus today: warming temperatures, extreme droughts, deforestation and fires have led to the demise of the Amazon. A study has found that nearly half of the rainforest could be pushed to a tipping point by 2050. Also on the show, fast-moving winter storm. It's blanketed the United States northeast with heavy snow. The storm has hampered driving conditions and wreaked havoc on air travel. The Indian capital ranked as the most polluted city across the nation during January 2024. In an analysis, Delhi acquired the first rank among 254 cities. Climate change has threatened the collapse of South America's lush Amazon rainforest. A study has found that nearly half of the Amazon could be pushed to a tipping point by 2050. Scientists say the region is exposed to unprecedented stress from warming temperatures, extreme droughts, deforestation and fires. The researchers have estimated that up to 47% of the Amazon's current forest cover could face these combined stressors by 2050. They have warned that it is time to declare a red alert for the world's largest tropical rainforest.
Once we cross this tipping point, maybe we cannot do anything anymore. And then it's useless to stop deforestation, to try to stop. We may not even be able to, because the forest will die by itself. So, I mean, it's time to red alert.
With rising temperatures sapping the region of moisture, the rainforest is steadily turning into a drier landscape that is a lot more likely to burn in wildfires. Just last year, the Amazon faced a severe drought. The ecosystem shift could be catastrophic, given the Amazon's importance in absorbing large amounts of climate-warming gases from the atmosphere.
The main conclusion is that we are likely to experience an Amazonian tipping point within the next 25 years. There is a lot of uncertainty on this likelihood, but we need to improve our understanding of the Amazonian system and also prevent that to happen. I feel that it's very important that we understand the Amazonian tipping point as a hypothesis, a likely hypothesis, but we cannot afford to test. Testing the Amazonian tipping point will mean the collapse of not just the largest and most diverse forest on Earth, but also the collapse of of humanity.
India's national capital, New Delhi, it's acquired the first rank among 254 cities as the most polluted city across the nation during January 2024. The analysis conducted by the Center for Research in Energy and Clean Air pegged the average PM 2.5 concentration in Delhi at 206 micrograms per cubic meter. But that's not all. It surpassed the national ambient air quality standards of 15 micrograms per cubic meter each day of the month. With rising air pollution levels year on year, Delhi now ranks among the cities with the highest air quality index globally. The situation is not only harmful for the environment, it's also a major threat to the health and well-being of the residents. Experts have pointed that air pollution is a major contributing factor to several chronic health conditions. In the past, the World Health Organization has linked the rise of air pollution to the increased incidence of various diseases. These include cancer, neurological disorders, kidney disease and liver disease, to name some. Interestingly, Bhagalpur from the Indian state of Bihar figured as the number 2 most polluted city in the country during the same time. According to previous statements issued by the Bihar State Pollution Control Board, and I'm quoting here, Bihar's air is polluted due to geographical conditions such as formation of silt, after floods and alluvial soil. This type of soil is present mostly along rivers and it's carried by its streams during the weathering of rocks. Meanwhile, the other cities in the top 10 most polluted list on January include Bihar's Saharsa, Meghalaya's Biranyat, Uttar Pradesh's Greater Noida, Rajasthan's Hanumangarh, Noida from Uttar Pradesh, Baddi from Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan's Sri Ganganagar and Haryana's Faridabad. According to the CREA, the combination of low wind and cooler temperatures in northern India led to the formation of stable atmospheric conditions. This in turn hindered the rapid dispersion of emissions, resulting in the accumulation of pollutants near the Earth's surface, thereby elevating local air pollution levels. And a powerful, fast-moving winter storm blanketed the United States Northeast with heavy snow, killing at least one person. The snowstorm led to hazardous driving conditions for millions of Americans while forcing schools to close and wreaking havoc on air travel. From New York to New Jersey and from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania, accidents were reported on slippery roads. More than 1,000 flights were cancelled. Many schools remained closed as well. Before the storm races out of the area, Boston is expected to get up to 9 inches of snow. The city's mayor has declared a state of emergency, and according to the National Weather Service, parts of Pennsylvania and Connecticut could be hit up by 15 inches of snow.
Well, here in northeast Pennsylvania, we anticipated a snowstorm, and sure enough, we got it. But it was a quick, very wet, a lot of moisture in the snow. So with that much water in the snow, it's very heavy to pick up, very heavy on the tree branches.
Millions of people from West Virginia in New England were under a winter warning as the storm pummeled the region with heavy snow overnight. Officials urged people to take precautions, including staying off the roads. Far fewer people than usual are out and about. And if they were, residents were seen pushing to keep up with the coastal storm, making their way along snowy streets.
This is very wet, heavy snow. You can't use a snowblower. You have to shovel. It's not fun. Not fun to run in either. So I'm out here making sure people running and walking have a clear path.
Now, during the time of the year when ice cover is typically closing in on peak levels, the Great Lakes see record low levels of ice. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the average ice cover over the 5 Great Lakes was just 6% last month. Lake Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie and Ontario are located at or near the US-Canada border. Researchers said they'd never seen ice levels on the lakes this low in mid-February since records began over 50 years ago. They typically see the peak of ice cover at around 40%. This is the second year in a row when Great Lakes ice cover was well below average for this time of the year. The Great Lakes are the largest freshwater ecosystem on Earth, and according to the 5th National Climate Assessment, they are among the fastest warming lakes in the world. This season, it's been one of the warmest winters on record for the Great Lakes. The current winter season began with very warm air temperatures, resulting in slow ice formation. While January saw some periods of intense cold, they were not sustained enough to allow ice cover to significantly increase. But the ice cover is unlikely to make a significant recovery this season, and this will impact tourism and recreation industries such as ice fishing and outdoor sports. "21 eastern black rhinos have been successfully moved to a new sanctuary in Kenya. The move comes as effort to increase breeding rate amongst the critically endangered species. Take a look.